Hello, everybody! It's your Wonderful Wind Mage, your cruise ship servant, Chartreuse Proxy, ever and always at your service now. It is September 26th, one day past Hades 2 release day, everybody! 1.0 is finally out! And of course, it is me greeting you as me cosplaying Malinoi as best as I can with my look and everything like that or so. What is this? Hades 2 is a critically acclaimed sequel to Hades 1, or just Hades when it comes to it, a game made by Supergiant Games, so makers of Bastion, Transistor, etc., stuff like that, Pyre, when it comes to it, and of course then Hades and Hades 2. You don't have to have played the first game when it comes to it to understand it, but a lot of the story beats, of course, do follow up with it, because it's a direct sequel. But to keep it short, it is a almost top-downish roguelike in a way.
As grim lord of the dead came to a sudden end when all at once his past caught up with him.
To where you are playing as gods in a way, or rather a god.
History repeats. So this tale was only a matter of time.
Rather, I guess my way to put it, for Zadrius in Hades 1, he was the son of a god, and now you're playing Maid, the daughter of the god. Son and daughter of the aforementioned Hades, and I am getting DMs and stuff like that, so give me 1 second here, people. I also thought I unmuted. Oops. The game froze on me for just a second there as I tapped to check Discord anyway, so that's all fine. I gotta feel how things are again. I haven't played Hades since like 2022, quite frankly.
I'll make the Titan pay.
Yeah, you are controlling Malinoi right here, exactly so. So I'm attacking what seems to be a spear right now, where I have this.
Fall back to dust.
That's where I have a basic attack, and then I can also charge up what seems to be a ranged attack with some mana spotted in the bottom left corner, right above my health bar, which I only have such a limited amount of pool for, so I need to be careful as to how I spend it then.
Good.
But of course, we aren't fighting alone, as since we are kin to the gods, of course, we are calling upon their aid and boons.
10 words. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Greetings from Olympus and well met there, sunshine. Look, we can't get to the Titan, but if you truly mean to stop him, then the least I can do is light your way down.
Welcome Apollo, new god, and the god of light when it comes to it in, of course, Greek mythology when it comes to it then. And they will give us boons, Rena, which are all different, what's his face? Different forms of improvements based on a core stat. A dash, an attack, a cast as it's called, or magics when it comes to it then. So let's simply do more attack damage for now.
They need my aid.
So that will go in the left side, as you can see right here when it comes to it. And I can have one upgrade from one god in each one. Each of them provides their own unique ones, which has their own special effects too, as you can kind of see. So yeah, more attack damage, a little bit more range when it comes to it too, potentially. Of course, as well, I also just want to be as quick and agile as I can too, considering how I'm not going to be getting my health back after combat. Whatever I lose, I lose. Right for inventory, ashes, mostly used for unlocking Arcana shards. Better progression. So then we'll decide which room we want to go to in between each.
Spindles.
Enemies with the yellow health bar have what is considered armor, so they will not be stuck in hit stun, and it's essentially a second bar of health when it comes to it then, as you're seeing right there. So that way I can't just stun lock them permanently by hitting them over and over again. I have to
Not
What's his
precisely
face?
now.
I have to be a little bit more aware of what I do. So this seems to be magic, or I could get another boon, which I will take then. Take note, once again, you've seen, that guy isn't getting stuck in hit stun because he had armor on him. The heck? I thought I heard something fall down in my apartment. I'm going to check on that for 2 seconds. Man, everything's kind of going weird. Oh. Okay. I should be fine. I think it was just the AC turning off and just a little bit of a lurch sound, but we're good. Okay, that's a slow attack, but it does do decent damage.
Headmistress told me so much about you, and now at last we meet. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
You look just like your mother. I'll not lose her again. I shall freeze hell in its entirety if that is what it takes to get her back. You'll help me, won't you, granddaughter?
Demeter, one of the last gods you'd meet in Hades 1, and a mainstay in Hades 2. Grants a barrier that stops 1 instance of damage in each location, but you prime magic, meaning you reduce your amount of your mana cap, basically. Your cast inflicts freeze and rapidly deals damage. Cast increase a gust, but you can see here, this is an epic rarity, because these are just commons, and this is a huge rarity, which, this is a huge rarity buff, which should absolutely provide me a lot of boons. Now we can go for more Apollo, or we can take an elite fight and get what's to be Poseidon. Of course, harder fight means better rewards, so let's see what we can get out of this.
A root stalker. Got to move.
Keep running. And just take care of things one by one for the meantime. So in Hades 1, you'd have multiple dashes that you could use, but in Hades 2, you have one central dash followed by what is considered your sprint here, as you're kind of seeing. Because you'd have iframes otherwise throughout all of your dashing and everything like that before. And you could just kind of dash back and forth in place or so. But now, because Zadrius was absolutely... Oh, that lizards do cause damage. But here, with Monoe, his sister, being more attuned to witchcraft and magics, she has to be a lot more evasive, because it isn't necessarily her playstyle to be so up at the forefront constantly when it comes to it then. So it's gonna be, so it is absolutely a great and a difference from how Hades 1 players might be used to, but
Spirit.
it's because I remember seeing complaints about it when this game was in beta and everything like that or so, on people not being used to it or not enjoying the change, but it's a deliberate change considering how you have to work with different resources and everything like that too.
Then help him. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
My long-lost niece, you live! We thought you met the same fate as your father, and your mother, and your brother. Oh. Well, how about we turn the tide and exact terrible revenge for poor old Hades and his kin?
Yeah, there's no lock-on right now. You still have to direct your attacks. Granted, there's 2 ways of lock-on in the original game, in cast and in one weapon, but we'll get onto that. Your specials hit foes with a splash of not others away. Your cast also means your hits first with powerful splash that inflicts froth. Have a chance to take 50 damage. Whenever you sprint, hit the first foe you run into with the blast and knock them away for 100 damage. But I can also just cast. So cast is with
May
Q.
all our enemies drown.
So cast would exactly so be this magic rain that I haven't been using. And of course I can charge it too if I want. Make it do more.
Whalers. More coming.
If you use that in the central area itself, it's fine. Just keep my distance because these guys are, what's his face, are armored. Just don't fall into the trap of trying to dash multiple times, so like you just said about Hades 1. But good.
A palm of power.
Get a Palm of Power, which lets us upgrade a boon. So I think I'd absolutely take more regular, just
They still
basic
grow in
attack
the
damage.
underworld.
And we can either go to a shop, or get what seems to be magic. I think I'll go to a shop for now, though. And we'll get to talk to one of the most classic characters, Charon.
I'm in your debt, Lord Charon. These provisions surely shall make all the difference in my task. What gold I find is yours.
Now granted, I thought I'd be able to buy at least something for like 75. No, 100 seems to be the marker, so that's a wasted space, unfortunately.
Thank you for your service.
Charon is, of course, the ferryman between the underworld and everything like that or so. And of course in Greek myth and lore, what you had to do to buy your way into the underworld was to give him a coin, which was commonly seen and practiced in burial rituals upon as putting a coin on your eyes, as you kind of saw with his design right there. That way you'd take them with you to the underworld and to pay the boatman's fee.
Ash of the dead.
Yes, he was too. What is this symbol? Is this just money? Well, one way to find out. Hi, Crimson. Yes, Charon was in the shopkeeper in the original game too. I always say though, just doing a drive-by of the task like that is really funny, I must say. Different case this time too. I looked away at chat and I took 8 damage. Because that was a multi-hit that went through my 1 damage shield. I hate everything.
There it is.
Yeah, that is just money. I'll blame you for making me take Crimson damage. Take damage, Crimson. I should just be using magic more in general when it comes to it. Keep a healthy distance from these bozos. We're fine otherwise. Greets did have a dot for everything. I'm sure they had a dot for roguelike game shops. Goodness gracious, Rena. More health or chance for shop? Well, health would be nice, but I actually have money this time, so let's actually shop. Poseidon boon, some health. Nope. We take the boon, of course, when it comes to it.
Our underworld boatman yet eludes the grasp of Kronos, does he? Turn to a life of the piratical smuggler in these dark times, huh?
Interesting. I think if I'm just gonna be dashing around and dodging the boss, then of course I'd want to get that. And do I read for 8 HP? Let's do so. That small palm just gets us a random upgrade, so I got an upgrade to my special. To my cast.
Headmistress.
There she is.
Yes, you
reached
can.
The edge of Erebus already. You have surpassed my expectations.
Because boons from the same god always have the same theme around it, so you saw Poseidon's all about instant updraft damage in ways to like knock people around or to re-trigger his effects. Apollo's stuff seems to be pretty basic and bare, at least from what we saw, but we'll see more. Because, of course, the beautiful thing is getting to combine what you do with one god, or to combine the effects of the different gods and all.
Point of fact, though I would see firsthand a demonstration of your capability.
My capability? You'd have us face each other here, even though my task has already begun.
Your training shall never be complete. And I would know if you stand any chance at all against our enemy. Crossed flames awaken.
scared. Very scared. I dash into that. That's a real one. I can't believe I didn't get hit by that second part, I'll be honest with you. I keep dashing into it. Good distance, Cruzy. Good distance on that attack.
Like that. Arise, sisters.
Not doing good though. Ah! Not it. Not it. The far one, of course she is. On! She didn't shoot straight, she shot it to the side.
You're clearly unprepared as yet.
So that would be the end of the run, but the whole point of Hades, both 1 and 2 when it comes to it, is that I wouldn't say it necessarily redefine the road ride genre, but it absolutely falls into the road light, to where you keep upgrading between each runs as permanent upgrades that'll keep influencing you. And the big thing about it is that instead of it just being upgrades only that you benefited from when it comes to it,
See what I get for staying out all night, Freenos.
story would always progress, or like 99% of the time would always progress one way or another, whether you won or absolutely lost a run multiple times, which is what brought Hades to the forefront for it being a very good set-piece story when it comes to it overall, and also for the fact that you always felt like you're making a lot of good progress.
This old unfinished painting. Don't look away. Don't forget all that the Titan took from you.
Give me 1 second here, y'all.
Who knows?
Well, I
If you have
want...
any ques- If
I
you have
wanted
any
to be
questions too, feel free to ask.
I mean, I just wanted to be cognizant of you when it comes to it, because you said that you were tired and we were gonna collab stream earlier when it comes to it, so now here we go. Yes, Crimson's joining for commentary when it comes to it. Anyway, a lot of people's best girl coming up.
Dares disturb my eternal rest. You trifle with powers far beyond your comprehension, witch.
That was pretty decent, right, Mel? Maybe pushing it. Calling you witch like that.
Solid haunting all in all, Dora. And I thought the witch part worked. But I'd better go. Something I have to do.
Then be gone.
The best roommate.
Stand tall and show
Oh,
no
absolutely.
weakness.
Come here. Time forced our hand, Millenary. Neria's soul expected you to slay our enemy last night, on a new moon, no less.
I lack such forgiveness for my failure at Mistress Hecate. The Titan yet lives, and Olympus yet burns, while I'm back where I started.
Yes, recovered bodily, if not in spirit, and grown wiser for it. You've not failed, merely begun. This is all part of the task. Death to Kronos.
Death to Kronos.
So, to catch you up, Renna, the plot of Hades 1 was Zadrius, son of the epitomous god of the underworld, Hades, was being a rebellious kid who wanted to break out of, you know, the underworld and everything like that, because he was just kind of sick of everything like that or so. Fast forward a lot, trying to avoid as many general spoilers when it comes to it as you saw right there. Family stuff started getting better, but now the Titan of Time, Kronos, has taken over the underworld, imprisoned your entire family, and you are the sole survivor of, I guess, the Hades clan, if you want to put it that way when it comes to it then. Taken in by the witch Hecate, and now you are trying to kill time, exactly so. Anyway, onwards to my favorite character in the new game.
Killed the bastard. Drove your staff into his
All the gods burst out of his head.
Not that he died.
Not really.
Those are mortals, though.
It's different depending on the myth.
The Titan of Time is vanquished, Odysseus. I have his head right here. At least, I wish I did.
Well,
Well,
it's
you're getting
Greek
next time, I
myths.
reckon.
There's different types of lore.
Yeah, and it pulls from a lot, for instance, like how, like, for example, like, Zadrius himself was only mentioned in, like, 1 or 2 when it comes to it, But
been purified.
but overall, that's exactly how everything first started, and how Supergiant kind of gave way to creating their own version of the mist and all and everything like that. There's of course many different interpretations and all that, and it's not like Supergiant's being solid on it. They have it canon enough, but at the same time, there's a lot of myths that are referenced around.
You're fortunate you have even this responsibility for all your questioning of orders and complaining.
Oh, shut up.
No, sleep as always.
We'll find a way to wake you, oh sleep. I promise.
So, because you are my compatriot and you wanted to sit in with me here, why don't you take up Brenna's advice and do an intro for us?
Alright. Hello everybody. Welcome to the stream. Hades 2 tonight. Cruz is here playing, and I'm just here to provide a bit of commentary on top. And try not to spoil too much.
Goodness, this is a new screen when it comes to it here. Interesting.
They updated the Arcana screen. Oh my god.
So Arcana are your main ways of upgrading when it comes to in this game here, people. You can see here, I can unlock a card for some of our, for some of the shards or whatever stuff like that that I had bought before, that I had gathered before, to get new upgrades up to a maximum of 10, actually up to 12, or more grasp, it seems here, which will keep getting more and everything like that. So your Omega moves are 20% faster, which is my upgraded stuff or so. Interesting. After I exit location, it will restore 3 HP, which is really a tenth of my HP. Absolutely, I'll take that right now.
Yeah, the auto healing is nice.
When you have less than 100% magic, your attacks and special deal 30% more. Would be wonderful. I don't have 15 hash. So at the very least for now, we can just keep upgrading the water oil on. You deal 20% damage to foes in your cast. And we can just keep seeing what else to get on the way. So of course, I can have these or deactivate them as we go on. That'll be upgrades I get to take on their own and everything like that. Hello, Dorian. Hope you're doing well now.
The arms of night are now at my disposal. Or shall be, soon enough.
So I will need silver to get more, besides just having my witch's staff to start, but we have 4 weapons to choose from eventually in time when it comes to it. For now, it is just exactly so the staff, and you can see though, we might be getting more on the way as we go on. And the game froze on me.
Oh no. Oh no.
But this
I did.
is war,
Oh wait, it's fine.
everyone, and you have many battles yet to come. The only question is, are you prepared to win? I'm not so sure here, so let's see you give me 20.
Commander Scalamia, sir, you're certain it's acceptable for me to strike you 20 times in front of all your students?
Dead certain. Now hit me with everything you got.
As you will, sir.
So attacks, exactly so. Special, just as my launch, as you saw right there. Q, ensnare foes, or root them in place exactly. Dash with spacebar or with shift, which is what I usually like to do. And Omega attack, once again, charges you up, but takes mana to do instead. Or all of those in that case. First time I've been online at this hour in a while. I mean, to be fair, whenever we got to talk more in general, Dorian, my stream time was never lining up with your schedule with how much you had to do anyway then, quite frankly. So, that is absolutely a skill issue on my part for me trying to line things up with you then, you know?
Need to recharge.
I shall return.
But this is our little training grounds area when it comes to it to just kind of get around to. But otherwise, we get to go out downwards.
Find the Titan, slay the Titan.
Trying to make our
Did they
way
change-
to the House of Hades.
They changed one of the main bosses in the first area.
Flame sigil.
Also, flames. Welcome to Erebus,
Just
everybody.
never got involved. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Well, look at you, hot stuff.
come to help the elderly. Oh, what a good girl you are. And here I was, just about to burn this whole blasted place to the ground myself. Now, here's a little warm-up for ya.
I hate to put this into my first episode of 80s 2 on YouTube, but my gods, the amount of internet manufactured outrage seeing Hestia's design. It's fine, but both the Gooners and the White Knight absolutely just character assassinated everything when it comes to it on just what Hades does, dude.
The designs are supposed to be unique, and they are, and it's great, but I don't understand why people didn't like them that much.
One, they're not white, unfortunately, as much as people want to parade their gods around in ancient times or so, when, you know, you're in Europe, a melting pot, a melting place of cultures and everything like that from stuff you've conquered. Just historians would like to disagree, but like historians with knowledge would like to disagree. But at the same time, too, historians, the people who think who are into only hobbies like that or so, really put a bad rap on it. And then also, the Gooners comparing her to Danmachi Hestia. Oh my god, dude, I hated seeing all that damn discourse so much.
Yeah.
Because Danmachi Hestia is one, yeah, that's Japan doing Japan things or so, unfortunately, compared to the other gods from Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? Because that is actually a really fun series if you don't take it too seriously, and it actually does have some really good designs for some people when it comes to it or so, or really good design intentions. Hermes is one of the standouts to me, in my opinion, then, but also, I love Hermes in every incarnation. But, at the same time, too, holy shit, people. There's only been 2 Hestias that we've really seen in good modern days. I'm pretty sure Hestia is not in Smite. So it's like, then again, I haven't played Smite in like 10 years. So maybe I'm outdated on my information. But I'm just saying, my god, the internet blew up so much at Hestia. And that's just because people are making a mountain out of a molehill when it's literally just a character design, dude. If people want to be mad at that, they should have been mad at Hades 1 for trying out WoW. When it came to god designs. Yeah. Anyway, she is another new god in Hades 2. That wasn't in Hades 1, exactly so. Your special inflicts is Scorch. Takes 100 damage accrued from this every 1 second. Interesting. You cast repeatedly inflicts Scorch. Whenever you attack or special deal damage, restore magic. I really like that, considering how it encourages me to continue weaving, and that's an in-fight way to keep restoring magic.
It almost burns.
Yeah.
I want to be super liberal with how I want to cast my stuff.
It's definitely better on some weapons than others, I'll say that.
I mean, I can imagine it with like the blades, for instance, but at the same time, too, this is a time for experimenting and learning myself. Also, I just noticed that there's a little interaction point that I might have just missed right there. Oopsie. Oh well.
It'll come back if you miss it.
And yeah, but it's just kind of like, you know, you missed a tinted rod, you missed a shiny. People are gonna call you out for that from now on. Ambrosia. Oh, nectar. I'm so used to ambrosia from first game because we've gotten so much. Poseidon or Hestia? Let's keep going with Hestia stuff.
And you're giving me Flutter Strike? Oh, you tease.
Why do we need to get these get close to these idiots anyway? I'll just strike you from a billion miles away. But since you are going to be co-host tonight then, Crimson, what is your experience with Hades 1?
My experience with Hades 1, I finished the main story. Because, yeah, there is, like, a main story and a way to finish it. There's also, like, a kind of, like, a part 2, almost?
Yeah, epilogue when it comes to it then, just about. Because, like, for me, yeah, I played through all of it in Hades 1.
Yeah, I didn't end up ever going for the epilogue, just because it takes a lot of time.
But it wraps a nice, neat bow in the story, and of course, will lead directly into Hades 2. It comes to that.
It does. I have at least seen the ending, like the second one, and know what happens there. But like, it's cool. I like it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It absolutely was like one of like the games that carried me through high school.
There you go. Real quick as well, that nectar that we got otherwise, mostly used for gifting to comrades. Anytime we get to interact with anybody at all, we can gift them this nectar, exactly so, or other items to curry favor with them and get rewards, exactly so.
It's a pleasure to have met someone with your warmth, wisdom, and strength.
Okay, I can't just walk up to a boss and be like, hey, want some nectar? But mostly to anybody, either in the world like this here or at base camp.
Such hospitality.
Though Hades 1, like there is a boss that you can give nectar to. Just
yeah,
not
but
out
that
in the field.
point taken when it comes to it then. Rule of thumb.
Yeah, but that's because Meg ends up going to the base camp after you meet her the first time.
Yes. But we get it now. Don't spoil the Hades one for Ren if they want to get it.
Sorry.
Smile. Because you are not being subtle at all, I'll tell you that. Your attacks and foot scorch. Your special scorch, your cast and foot scorch. Well, infusing attack early on in a run is always just good in general when it comes to it, unless you're just trying to really wait things out to see if you can get, what's his face, a higher rarity attack, but we're so early on, because this is really just run 2 now when it comes to it, there's no reason to just be waiting.
Also, if you're looking for like a god-specific attack.
It's usually like, you know, like Hades, the series in general, we can say series because it's been 2 games already now. It's absolutely predicated off of like voting on like any of your designs, 1, 2, or 3. More magic or more Hestia. I just got more magic, so Hestia then in that case. But you can absolutely index into builds in any order when it comes to that side or so. Attacks, special. I really got into that, huh? Attack, special, cast, as it is, and everything like that or so. And it's absolutely viable builds and weapon ideas and everything like that to go for on those or so.
You can also kind of say, screw those weapon ideas too, though, if you really want. Which is kind of part of the fun of the game.
Onward.
Your sprint leaves a cinder trail, and any damage you take from brain is reduced to 1. Interesting. Whenever you first inflict scorch on a foe, inflict more. You deal more isolated damage to foes that are nowhere near others. I think I like highly flammable for getting through hallway fights more efficiently. Though we can see the use case for both in that case then. Alright, for the other 2. Shop or Ash? Well, I don't have enough money for anything at the shop besides a small meal, so quite frankly, that ain't it, Chief. We're just gonna keep our healthy distance from everybody else as we do this. There's really no reason for me to approach if I have the mana for it. I absolutely have all the resources to do so. A palm or a elite fight for a better boon? Well, you know what I'm gonna take.
This one again.
I was hoping I'd be fortunate enough to be attacking all 3 parts, but if you chose the main one, then you just told the whole thing, so that's totally fine.
No. Stop.
You good?
Hecate, stop. No, Hecate, come on.
Please don't commentate over my side now, Crimson. You're gonna confuse the shit out of me if you're saying this stuff too.
Yeah, no, I can stop that.
I think I'll take Heat Rush because I already am inflicting storts on one side of things.
The ever-restless shades of Erebus find little peace there, save for the prickly embrace of the gnarled branches of those writhing woods.
Am I fighting the spirits or the woods?
And we've got Darkness. First and foremost, I'm gonna pick a flower for future game.
I do love how they kind of like expanded like the usefulness of the random items you pick up on the runs, because there wasn't really that much that you were able to get that provided like full meta progress. It would mostly be like limited to like 2 or 3 things alongside like just little stuff. Like that would give you like short rewards. Also, I think they changed Hestia's sprint.
The sit sprint that we have right here?
Yeah, that used to be completely different.
Well, I soar off, like, even though Ein gifted me... Okay, that's damage I should not be taking. Even though Ein gifted me, what's-his-face, this game in December as a Christmas gift when it comes to it overall, I didn't play it until 1.0, kind of like how I did with Hades 1.
Well, do you want to know, like, what it used to be like, or nah?
Sure, give it to me.
So basically, it used to inflict Scorch on enemies, but only if they fired a projectile at you, because it would basically reflect the projectile, and then inflict the Scorch onto the enemy that fired it.
Why, does it completely negate the projectile?
Yes.
Yep, nope, that's Athena Dash again, and that was really overpoweredly stupid.
Yeah, like, I'm oversimplifying it, but that's basically, like, the intent of it. But the problem is, it only affected ranged, ranged enemies, and honestly, the reward you got from it wasn't even that amazing. Like, aside from being able to just negate projectiles, because I think it had, like, a cap on how many it could do.
I suppose, but that still is a slippery slope that you could get into when it comes to it or so. And even though I'm comparing, you know, it's like apples to oranges then, for the use case it sounds like, of Athena Dash in the first game, like, fact is, Athena Dash was really good for a lot of reasons.
Yeah. It definitely was not as good as Athena Dash, but it had its uses. They just changed it to
Aphrodite.
No?
No, so yeah, Sunny, I hope you're doing well. Oh, free boon. I love how much love is in the details in Hades games. Absolutely. But then again, Supergiant's always done great stuff. You may not like sports ball or so, but I am telling you to play Pyre. I'm telling you to play Pyre for sports ball people. This is your Pyre propaganda. Transition animations, orbital crescent moons.
Doubtless this one knows hatred, not just
I did not think about that. I'll have to pay attention to that
Olympus,
then.
I accept this message.
Oh, demonetization.
Why, hello, gorgeous. You look like you can break
Yep.
some hearts even without my aid. Oh, your brother would be so proud, knowing you're fighting for your kin.
Yes, Aphrodite was butt naked in the first game too, for your sake, Rena. Your attack's being proud, but your prime 20 magic, that can also be done. Your casting force is weak and damage foes while dragging them towards the center. Interesting, and quite frankly, weak foes, especially against the boss, would be really nice, quite frankly, when it comes to it. Because just taking less damage with how swishy I still am, I think I'll take that. Because even though flat 5 power is nice, potentially, and I have the magic to do that, well, it's either I try to rush down better with higher attack, or I just give myself a little bit more leeway with my cast then. You know, I convinced myself on the fact of let's just go a little bit glossier than in that case. My favorite boons?
Greetings, witch.
Pink? I mean, you just had my pink the color in general, Sunny?
Look at yourself. You are too calm, suppressing your anger for the illusion of control.
You've taught me patience, headmistress. But now
Yeah,
you ask
pink's
me
a
to
good
lash
color.
out at you in rage. Which shall it be?
I'd say, but I love my Chartreuse, but then again, there's nothing Chartreuse about me besides my one arm in this get-up when it comes to it then. And even then, that's just pure green.
Also, the way they changed the task from the first game is really cool. Really cool too.
Okay, so that doesn't have an unlimited range. Yeah, because Test in the first game was a homing kind of like dart in a way or so when it comes to it. That you'd be able to leverage and utilize.
actually staffed in the first patch of the beta, kind of back to the like Hades one points, like it's special, instead of being a straight line it is now. It was a homing projectile, and like you still kind of get that with its charge up, but still.
So, already learning from my mistake in the first fight against Setsuki, and also from already taking damage against it again. Instead of trying to dash nearby her her thing, I should just get away in general, and then just see where she's actually striking me from. Is the better play, absolutely.
Interesting, I changed the keywords around too. Titan is now getting frost as first.
Not the real one. And the magic to spend. Absolutely, let's spend. And then honestly, we're just gonna play keep away for the moment. Since I can abuse my range advantage, I'm absolutely going to keep doing so. Because this space attack range, it leaves a lot to be desired, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, staff always feels a bit short.
I'm cursed!
Yep, that's exactly why I was panicking earlier. Get cheap.
Not very dignified.
I dashed into that one right there. And I'm starting to panic because I'm trying to double dash like in Hades 1. Don't do that, Cruzy.
Old habits die hard.
Absolutely. That is... I'm stuck in a wall. I couldn't tell from the terrain there. I thought I could just go, southeast right there. So, unfortunate when it comes to it then. Unfortunate. Because I would have been able to just dash around it, but I just didn't get to see the terrain. That's just how it goes.